Welcome to the SCIF. I am Matt. Stu is not here tonight. He may join us later on. He's traveling tonight and wasn't able to be on, so you've got me tonight. So you're probably not going to see the same presentation as we normally get, but we are the Green Beret Life. We're a 501c3. We do training in pistol, rifle, shotgun, other outdoor type training, survival, land navigation, situational awareness. If you've got a course, if you've got an idea for a course you'd like taught, you have a few people, send us an email. You can check out our website. Our website we're still working on getting updated is TheGreenBeretLife. Our email is TheGreenBeretLife@gmail.com. If you have any questions, about getting into the military, if you have questions about working after the military, if you have questions, we'd like our opinion on something or just about anything, please email us. We try to get to everybody who emails us. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but we will make a major effort to get back, and we will get back to you. So with that being said, we've got an interesting show tonight. Probably not going to go quite as long as we normally do, but I think it's going to be interesting for the simple reason that we have the DNC going on this week, and there's a bunch of stories that need to be addressed. I think we're going to talk about the DNC. We're going to talk about the adjusted job numbers going down again, which seems to be a pattern with this administration. We're going to talk about Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, who is the VP candidate under Kamala Harris. We're going to talk about RFK Jr. There's some interesting news about RFK Jr. that is out there that I definitely want to talk about and see what you guys think. In case you guys don't know, we'll start with that. In case you guys haven't heard this yet, there is a rumor that, and it was actually started yesterday. His VP, Shanahan, she put out a comment that said, "Hey, we are considering either continuing on. We're at about 5% right now in the polls. They were at 9% before Joe Biden got out. When Joe Biden got out, they dropped to 5%. Now, this is important part of this story, I think. For me, it is because I've heard both sides. This is going to help or hurt Trump, but they're considering dropping out and supporting Trump. And she said that, which is pretty big. And I'm going to be responding to you guys using my my cell phone while we're doing this. Stu's usually got the computer going, multiple computers open, so I'm on my phone. But I want to say, hey, Troy. Troy's lab is there. But she made the comment that they may go and support Trump and drop out and support Trump or continue on their own way. Now, they really wanted a viable third party. And I think the country in general wants a viable third party. We don't have one. And I think they feel if they do that, they are helping the Democrat Party. And the Democrat Party has done nothing but stand in the way of RFK. They've sued him. They've gone after him, not quite to the same extent as they've gone after Trump, but they've gone after him hardcore. They denied him Secret Service protection. They've sued him in multiple states trying to keep him off the ballot. And I think he's gotten to the point where while he doesn't agree with everything that Trump and our side believes, there are points of intersection that they do believe strongly on, the deep state being one of them. He lost his father and his uncle from what he believes is the deep state. And he was out in front of the whole COVID mandated vaccine thing. So there are many, many areas that they do agree on. And I think if you look at RFK Jr., yeah, you can look at some of the stuff that he has done as far as Second Amendment stuff in the past that he said, and some of his environmental activism. Some of that is in contrast, but that doesn't mean you can't speak to it. And I think the interview with Elon Musk and Donald Trump the other day highlighted that, because Elon Musk, who obviously is behind the most successful electric car company in the world, Tesla, realizes that we need oil, and we are not to the point where we can't be where we won't rely on oil. He's saying somewhere in the future we've got to figure out some way to break away from fossil fuels, but that's nowhere in the near future right now. And there are safe ways we can deal with natural gas. Is very clean. There are other ways we can make clean energy out of petroleum products. Natural gas is very, very clean, and it's a way we can bail ourselves out of the financial dire straits that we've let these scumbags in Washington put us into. We're $36 trillion in debt at this stage, and there's no end in sight as far as spending and printing money. And our number one expense is now the debt service on this $36 trillion that we've racked up. That debt is on every one of our backs. That's what these people in Washington, D.C. have done to us. And we get detached from all of that, and I don't think we really look at it in those terms. But getting back to the RFK Jr., he, I believe, is interested in a cabinet position, and I would like to see him on the cabinet, because I think there are several areas that he is red hot on. We don't have to agree on everything, and this is one of the things. Our country is so divided at this stage, where this side over here is like, you have to believe in everything we do, or you're a fascist, when their behavior is fascistic, right? And our side, I think, is more open to the diversity of ideas and thought, right? We absolutely are. When you see people going after freedom of speech and tamping down freedom of speech, and when you hear the blatant, I mean, it's not even like they're fibbing or extending the truth a little bit. They're out and out lying on everything. When you listen to some of these speeches. But RFK Jr., long story short here, or turning it into a shorter story, is going to make an announcement on Friday. He's going to be in Arizona. He's going to make it before Trump's rally in Arizona on Friday. And the speculation, considering what his vice presidential candidate Shanahan has stated, is that they may join forces with Donald Trump to take on the deep state, basically. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz's campaign. And to me personally, I think it's a good thing. I heard two sides of the story. I've heard some people say this is going to help the Democrats. And traditionally, I thought that RFK hurt the Democrats more, even though we kept hearing he takes more votes from Trump. I don't know if I believe that, especially when he was at 9%. What makes me think different is he lost 4 to 5% as soon as Joe Biden dropped out of the race. So that tells me his Democrat support bailed. They jumped ship and went to Kamala, right? Now, does that mean that'll translate that way on election day? Who knows? We don't know. I would feel now that he has a lot of people that may have been maybe liberals, but they see what the hell's going on. They're Democrats, I should say. They identify as Democrats. They're probably more traditional liberals. They see what's going on in the Democrat Party today and realize that it's gone way past what it was ever intended or designed to be, and they don't want anything to do with it. So that's why they wanted the viable option of having an RFK Jr., right? Realizing that he doesn't have a chance in this, and in order to push some of the reforms that he wants to see, that are also some of the reforms that we want to see, I think it makes a lot of sense for him coming over and bringing a percentage of that with us. Now, he is still 5% in these battleground states. So say he brings over 3.5%, right? That is huge if this race really comes to being as close as we think it's going to be. And what I'm probably going to do here, because I just don't trust YouTube, and I'm probably going to end YouTube right now, and we're going to go straight over to Rumble and Odysee and finish out the show on Rumble and Odysee, because we can speak freer. I've had to check myself a couple times, even on the RFK conversation, which is lame. But I want to switch over there. Give me a second, and we'll start back up, and then we'll not have to parse our words and speak freely.